You told me you got hit in the face with a crowbar.
I mean, I was like 10, man. This kid, his name's... We're going to say his name.
We'll find him.
It's like, it was always me and this one kid would always be squared up, and he got me one day with a crowbar.
And just know we're fucking looking for you, idiot.
Hey, and after this violent...
You're probably working at Target because nobody.
They got a union. Target employees get paid nice.
So I put him up too high.
Or not
you work
at all.
at a gas station, you fucking pussy.
Okay.
Shout out gas station workers.
Wait, damn it. Stop.
I'm trying to be serious right now.
You're a fucking garbage man, you piece of shit.
No, garbage man is good too.
Damn it.
They make more than
You don't have
teachers.
a fucking job. You're a fucking homeless guy, you fucking idiot.
Thank you, but there's some nice homeless people though.
All right, man.
I am one.
I'm gonna find you. I'm still gonna beat your ass, dude.
Here we go.
It's okay, bro. Chill. It's not that serious.
Something about drinking a challenge just takes a whole lot better. But honestly though, look at us and look at y'all.
Yo, welcome back to Stanley Oni Boys. It's your boy Griffin.
This your boy Kelvin KALB.
No, it's Eat the Freak.
This is Eat the Freak.
Yeah.
Standing in.
You don't have to pretend to be him.
Oh.
You're yourself, but you're just sitting in his place. You know what I'm
Why'd I
saying?
show up late?
Huh?
Never mind. Keep going.
No, I mean,
I thought I was taking Kelvin's spot because I showed up late.
man, let me introduce one of the probably the hardest National Guardsmen you'll ever meet, dude. I mean, from Special Forces into some things we literally cannot get into because it's binding his contract. The man himself, Josh Sterner, influencer, freaking muscle madness enthusiast.
It's really not that serious,
brother.
but what's up? I'm Josh.
Coochie father on Instagram.
Coochie father. Great Instagram handle, dude.
Nickname Hollywood.
Man, you went way back.
Hollywood.
Damn. Who gave you that information?
Oh no! This one time, man.
Sean Evans.
We were at the same location together at the same time. A lot of people
Talking
in
about my house.
jean jackets and like.
You guys, you know you've been at my house before.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't know if we could disclose
The Nardwar
being at your
podcasting.
house.
Just
Yeah,
knows.
just don't give my address to anybody.
Oh, it's 2738.
Chattanooga Avenue.
Yep.
If you look above, we'll be doxing him right here.
So, but Eek, I know before we get into Josh, I know you brought us gifts, brother.
Yes, gifts. Pokemon freaking cards, man, because they're fun.
Honestly, it really like I don't know. I think it was like an inner child thing or something. You know, I got like really like I don't know. I was like really excited too.
Yeah,
I
the
was telling
pack
him, I was
addict
like,
is back
fuck.
at it. Bang, bang.
Did you mess with Pokemon cards much growing up, Josh?
Yeah, man.
Heard you used to be somewhat of a dealer.
Yeah, man. I had the Pokemans on the block, dude. You know,
The Pokemons.
You say mans or mons?
the mans.
This is such
Pokemans.
an exciting moment. The TikTok guys,
You know?
they do like 1, 2, 3, 4 and put them on the back, so the hollow is in the front.
I'm
I
kind
don't
of
know.
nervous to open it. Does it lose value? If
Oh, it definitely loses value, right? I think
that's
the
it.
more you keep
is it 5?
Yeah.
5 into the back. I love watching people open packs on TikTok, even though I don't open packs.
What are these?
Well,
dude?
I don't know any of these new Pokemon.
Yeah, well, I just know
this
Pikachu.
is old,
and-
man. Monchak.
my kid's got a whole booklet of these, so he's
Boz
got
with the 4th pack.
I got a
It's
five.
Five, and you put them in the back.
You guys get a holographic?
Okay.
What is
Oh, is that-
Aerodactyl, dude.
Is that Machamp?
Aerodactyl. We got a V Max
I got
on there.
Monchak.
I got a
Aerodactyl V. This looks pretty nice.
What's up?
We'll have to look these up on cardfinder.com.
Oh, what if I just bent the
made that
fuck
up.
out of these in the middle?
How do you
Card finder.
do
Okay,
you
that's a V Max.
play
This is
Pokemon?
a V-Star.
V Star. I think that's.
You know,
above
when
a
I was a
V
kid, I
Max.
never actually played Pokemon.
I don't
It was
think
just
anybody
like
ever
it was
did,
like
right?
a form of currency, like
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
ramen noodles in jail or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
have you ever been to jail? Speaking of jail,
I mean, we don't have to talk about it.
I got arrested when I was a senior in high school, man, for just whatever.
My twin brother, though.
Oh,
you know,
okay. He was in jail?
Aaron.
Oh.
Yeah, he did a little time, about a year.
Oh, a year.
Yeah.
What did he do?
You know, he didn't do anything really, but you know, the accusations were some fraudulent activity. You know,
What is a year like in jail? Like,
What'd
is
your
it jail,
brother say that
prison,
was
prison,
like?
jail?
Surely you talked about your
man,
brother about
it was,
this.
you know, low security facility. You know, wasn't too serious. You know,
He could probably fold everybody in there.
prison's a lot better than county jail.
I've heard
Really?
You know,
that.
you
Why
got
is
a
that?
job every day. You get up, you go to work. You know, you put in your 8 or 12, and you go to sleep. You eat.
Federal prison or state prison?
State.
State. Oh, I hear that's actually way worse than federal
State?
prison. Yeah.
Why? What's the?
Because each state like independently gets to govern, and like state prisons are prisons that are like profiting from like the state income or whatever. And the federal prisons are like they have so many like soft spots in them to where it's like abuse, and they've went to like high court cases because it's federal cases every time. So they got to give them like nice beds and good food, and
Like
you can't,
TVs and shit.
yeah, not too many stabbings. They send like rich whites to club fed federal prison. They send them like low security prisons.
But all right, man. So Josh, a little bit about you, man. Can you tell me about your upbringing, where you from originally, where were you born?
Yeah. So I was born in Portsmouth, Virginia. My old man was in the Navy, coming through town. You know what I'm saying? Took care of business. I popped out. You know what I mean? So moved to Lithia Springs, Georgia. You know that? It's just on the west side of Atlanta. Lived there from like 12 to whatever. Lived in Douglasville for a few years until I was about, 17, 18. Joined the Guard, and then I kind of was like...
Immediately at 18?
Well, I was 17. I dropped out of high school, so I kind of needed something to do.
Got one of them GEDs.
Got one of them GEDs, dude.
The
Them good
GEDs.
enough diplomas.
Good
man.
enough
Yep.
diploma.
So if you don't mind me asking, why drop out of high school?
I mean, I thought I knew what I was doing, like every other,
Hell, 'cause fuck it.
15-year-old.
I'm smarter than everybody.
Exactly.
I'm smarter than these teachers and everybody
Fuck
that's gonna
them.
tell me what to do.
Oh, matter of fact, man, just to point out to everybody who's watching, these three guys are all vets.
Man.
Yeah.
Who y'all?
Marine Corps 311, bro. 2nd Battalion, 1st Marines.
Certified.
I'm just in the National Guard, so I'm like a part-time operator. You know what I mean?
Do y'all have they
Man,
have?
they say your unit or something, man.
We have like who y'all have Ura.
No, but like, you don't want to give a shout out to like your peoples or anything.
Oh yeah, shout out to my CVM 69 USS Dwight D. Eisenhower homie.
Yeah.
There you
Deployment
go.
12,
There you
deployment
go.
13, deployment 15.
Oh.
So
I wasn't there.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just just to kind of, another one. This is gonna feel
Sorry.
uneven now. I got
Sorry, it
OCD
felt weird.
thing
It felt
about
weird,
the-
right.
Yeah, but shout out y'all, Ike boys, Ike girls, ladies.
And your battalion, whatever, like, what do you belong to?
I belong to.
Not you, brother.
Oh, you're
Josh.
looking right at me.
My bad. Josh.
Yes, I'm in currently in the Alabama National Guard, 20 Special Forces Group.
So 18, how old are you now?
35.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're lifer. Is it still 20 years and retiring?
Yeah, the Guard's a little different though. Like you can do your 20 and retire, but you don't get your actual retirement pay till 60. But whatever like active duty time you have or deployments and all that stuff, there's like an equation I don't really understand that
Nobody
they take
VA math. Nobody does fucking
exactly.
DOD
They
math.
like take that time off the end. So I don't know, maybe I'm 50 and I'll get retirement pay. I don't know, whatever, but something like that. So like if you're active duty though, like you do that 20, I'm pretty sure you get it right afterwards. I'm not sure.
Right.
I mean,
And so I guess going back a little. So at 18, or 17, excuse me.
Yeah.
So you did it just because kind of like no other option thing? Because you said you got out of
No, I mean it wasn't like jail or army type old school shit, man. It's something I always wanted to do. And for me, like, it's really the only way I could earn a decent income or get to college or anything like that, or
Was it,
just have a chance at life, really.
Was it your father being a veteran? Did that influence you?
Oh yeah, for sure. He was a old school, pretty hard Navy dude. Actually, he's a Navy diver. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
that's serious, actually.
I
was a fucking cook. I take my who y'all back.
no, which is funny because I am horrible in the water.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
You're
credit to any
probably
like
dense-
SEALs, all those dudes. Like they got it figured out.
You're
Like,
fucking dense as a rock, dog. You don't float. no
I do
bitch.
not
You
float
just
at
You're
all.
white and can't swim. You're really wasting it.
yeah, man. I didn't get any of the benefits of being white at all. So, yeah.
But so, I mean, it didn't sound like you dropped out and all that shit, bro. Joined, I got this, nothing else. I've seen people that join because they it's the only way I could get to college, the only way I could get the income. And I feel like they always make just horrible service member. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Real shitbags.
yeah, just like people, I'm like, you don't care about the uniform.
The same reason they have no other options.
But when I looking at you, I don't get that at all. I see a soldier. You know what I'm saying? I see someone that like takes pride in himself in the uniform and everything else.
Well, the thing is, like, it's kind of weird you say that because, like, in special operations, it's usually those like outliers, those people who don't really fit in. They think outside the box and stuff like that, and that's what they look for. People that aren't really, adapt to a rigid lifestyle.
Psychopaths.
If you will,
A lot
of people, functioning.
I was stationed
what I
5
mean?
minutes away from SEAL Team 2. There were certain, like I was in Norfolk, and they're actual
Norfolk or Norfolk.
I say Norfolk, but they say Norfolk if they're from there.
Anyways, please continue.
Yeah.
The psychopaths, man, like, they would go to specific bars just like isolate themselves amongst themselves because they really turned up on a level that normal people didn't turn up.
And I definitely, because I know like people that did were like, I know quieter dudes. And I know like a guy that actually fucking stabbed himself in the leg one time in the barracks, just fucking around.
Yeah.
And but then he went
Special
MARSOC.
Forces guy?
Yeah, he went MARSOC after that. He would deploy with our unit and then he's like, yeah, I'm going to go MARSOC. And
you gotta be a little different somehow to do that.
There's a little something
because
there.
where 99% of people say quit, like my physical body done, quit, tap. You got to be a little crazy to be like, fuck it, I'm not going to die. And I feel like that's the mentality.
Yeah.
So and so going into whatever 17, what do our parents think? Were you close to them at all growing up at that time? Or?
I mean, yeah, my dad ended up being more of like a friend to me, really, like kind of a homie. I didn't meet him until I was like 12. You know, he was out there running the streets, dog. You know what I'm saying?
So he just came back and said, "Oh, hey, Josh, by the way,
I'm your back from the store. I forgot the fucking milk.
Oh, damn! I'll be back. Yeah.
You get no benefits of being white, dude.
Literally, when I tell you this, like,
you didn't get a fucking.
They're like, man, this fucking white privilege. I've been looking for that shit, dog.
Here, keep this pack of Cools. I'm going back to get the milk for real this time.
Yeah, but he popped up. You know what I'm saying? He was cool. Like, whatever. He taught me some things.
Did you feel any way with him? Like, yo, where were you at the past 12 years?
That's one thing. Like most, like my mom was a good baby mama, I guess. You know what I'm saying? She didn't hate on him. She was just like,
okay, nice.
He's just not here right now. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
Mom has been 12 years.
Also, as like an adult, do you look back and think like life is fucked up? Maybe he just like was in a place.
I mean, you can't exactly, man. You can't really get into people's heads what they're going through, or what their situation may be. They're not ready for that, or you know.
But I mean, it's unfair to like look at them as well, like because I mean, you would never do that to your children. You know what I'm saying, right? So it's.
But also, when you decide to do the right thing and come back, when you decide to do the right thing, it's like you can't fault him. Also, then
I have no grudge.
Right, yeah,
yeah,
valid.
Yeah.
But anyways, so how was that? Then meeting him at 12 years old.
Man, it was awkward.
I bet.
He was just like, "What's up?" Yeah.
What's up, Dad?
We look alike. All right.
What do you do? What do you
been
do
doing the last 12 years?
What's your favorite color?
Reading shit.
It was like my birthday too. Remember, he bought me a computer. It was like first whenever like you can get a PC for your house.
Good first impression though. Shout out him for that.
Yeah, I'm like, a computer's cool.
We don't have internet though, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm like, we ain't got internet in the hood. Homie. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. No phone lines. No, it was cool, man. He showed up. You could tell he regretted the absence. Made up for it pretty good way. So there's no grudges on that shit. Man.
So then, when he knew you were gonna re-enlist, or he knew you were gonna enlist,
yeah.
He was all about it, gun ho.
Well, yeah. So the funny thing is, he had like a midlife crisis. Let me backtrack. So he's in the Navy, did some time, whatever.
Time in the service or time in the pen?
In the Navy.
Okay, you said just some time.
Navy diver too, and let's distinguish.
We're switching time from
right.
Prison
Navy
to
diver is
military
elite. It's an elite like class of
what
Navy.
Is it?
Navy diver. There's like very few of those even in the Navy, so it's like
that sounds crazy.
It's one of those like special guys. I would say when I meet a diver, I think assumptions.
I think even scuba divers like that's just pretty mad, dude.
In your free time,
that's
crazy. Like people can't breathe underwater. Yeah, I don't know if you knew that
at all.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
Yeah,
but nothing's webbed. We're just
yeah.
But so he was in the Navy, did some time.
Yeah, did his Navy time, got out, and he joined the Guard to go be a SF guy in the Guard, like I am, right? So when I was like 15, 16, he was like, midlife crisis, I'm
gonna do it.
Yeah. And he, like, I didn't see him for like 6 months, and then I came back. He got in some trouble as an older gentleman, like 45. He was like one of those deals, like, bar fight, whatever. Had to hire lawyers and shit, whatever. He's it's the bloodline type shit, you know what I mean?
We just like this.
We just like this, dude. Got in some trouble. And then next time I seen him, he was like lost a bunch of weight, cleaned up, super fucking good hair. Like, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to join the Guard and be a Green Beret. And I'm like, and he was like 48. And
can they still?
Yeah. So, well, the guard's different. You can he was prior
48,
service.
it's
It's called a second win, baby.
Yeah,
That's
so-
round 2, dog.
Well, he didn't pass. He didn't get selected. That's
Yeah,
the
I'm
thing.
fucking sure.
But I mean, the funny thing is, to be SF, it's like a 30-day selection or some shit, and he.
Selection, they go out of candidates and have to pick people?
Yeah, like a few hundred dudes show up and they, just to start the training pipeline, you have to pass selection, right? So you got to show at least a general aptitude and fitness ability.
What is some of that
Baseline
partake? Yeah.
I mean, you've got all kinds of PD tests and runs and shit.
Pull-ups,
rucks. Yeah.
push-ups.
There's unknown distance events, they just you just wake up in the middle of the night, all right, go run.
Damn.
And you can't really, you just pace it for all right, I hope I pass.
Yeah, because you don't know how.
Yeah.
Damn, that's scary.
And it changes too by the year. It could be different,
and
who
by how
knows?
maybe sadistic the drill sergeants are or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty quiet actually. Depending on, if you fuck up, you're stupid, whatever, but they're kind of leave you back and they just evaluate, how do you perform under pressure? How do you work with people?
Who's going to
how
be at
you
the front of
carry
the pack?
yourself? Yeah. And then they're just all right, start rucking. You don't know how long,
Right.
Whatever.
So
You're
by
done.
By the way, delicious, George.
Oh, no,
Whatever
yeah,
this
this is
concoction
amazing.
was.
Yeah.
And this water's pretty good. too.
Yeah.
Weird TikTok drink?
Yeah, TikTok drink. It's Buzzball and then the blueberry beatbox on top.
How many bees is that, bitch? Go ahead. Tell them.
At least like 6 on that.
So, and then,
Oh, no, you said Green Beret, right?
Yeah.
That they was trying to go for the Green Beret.
Yeah.
And that's for National Guard only, or is that just
No. So typically people don't
Good
know
question.
that there's National Guard Green Berets,
Yeah,
which is the best, kept secret really in the military.
Yeah.
It's the best of both worlds, which I'm towards the end of my career. I'm kind of whatever, getting out, but it's really a good deal. You can kind of go do your thing a la carte in a sense,
Pick the crazy shit you do.
Right. You
That's
can
a
be,
vibe.
you can do more if you want, and you can kind of ease back a little bit and be like a regular guard guy as far as time is concerned. But, there's, of course, active duty Green Berets, full-time pipe hitters. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are really, really getting it in every fucking day, dedicated. You know what I mean?
But the Guard is such a spectrum too, because you do have people that go in the National Guard, which the stigma is built around, that you see them in they're 47 years old and their uniform is like that button is just holding on for its last dear life. But then you get people who really have other stuff going on outside of that. They have business ventures. They have they're just motivated people, and then they go do serious stuff when they're in. They're not just going in for the weekend muster of
right.
okay,
Yeah.
I've cleaned my shoes off for this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that stigma with anything. You know what I mean? I feel automatically you meet, you're a civilian, you don't know, you just know this dude's a Marine, whatever. Automatically you think badass, whatever, hard.
motherfucker.
But he could have been fucking admin, just pushing papers. You know what I'm saying?
Never left the
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah. So
Well, there's a good mix, as far as talent goes. I've had some infantry guys support me that are also National Guard, and but they're paramedics or cops, or
Outside.
they run a business doing something. So it's man, you not only you do get a squared away infantry guy, you get a dude that can fix your fucking AC or something, or he's good with trucks,
real life situation.
yeah,
diversity.
or he's a paramedic, and now I got another medic on the team. You
Even
know
though
what I
he's
mean?
not a medic, maybe in the Guard,
Right.
He's doing
He might- whatever,
IT
or a
stuff,
nurse.
But if
Yep.
something happens, he can.
Yeah.
Is fully civilian trained.
I had a guy who he had his BSN in nursing, and he worked in a ER department, and that took some work away from me at the time because didn't have time to instruct a group of people. I'm dude, I know you can do this. Teach them how to use a fucking tourniquet. You're smarter than that. You got
Yeah.
I don't even have a bachelor's degree,
Yeah.
so you already got me beat. I might be good at this thing, but you've got a wealth of knowledge. Go ahead and use that shit, man. And they love it.
That's the diversity that the military tries to attract. Real quick, we had a guy that was undesignated airman on our ship for 3 years. He worked in security doing random assorted jobs, sweeping rain off the flight deck. His 4th year before he got out, Lockheed Martin came on board our ship to do the first F-35 test from a carrier. There was a bunch of kinks to work out. They didn't even know if it could take off. He goes to job shadow and try to get a job as a jet engine mechanic, right? Well, he had been in his brother owned a diesel mechanic shop. His dad owned a diesel mechanic shop. He'd been doing it since he was a young child, right? His name's Keith Koss, by the way.
Keith Koss.
He goes down to
Chunky
look
Koss.
at these
Thank
engines,
you.
just job shadowing, while the F-35 Lockheed Martin executives are there testing it on the ship. he's looking at it. He says, hey, basically, this is this. This is this. He was like, wait, I completely understand this. Do this. He fixed one of the like maybe 3 F-35s we had on the ship. He fixed a main engine in one of those and sent it back up. They offered him a job basically immediately.
Yeah.
And they tried to like cap him from E3 to E5 somehow to keep him in the military. He was like, yeah, I'm just going to go.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm going to go build jet engines with something I've done for like 12 years in my life.
Damn.
He didn't know that a jet engine was a diesel engine. Nobody told him. So he was just wasting away for 3.5 years.
That's mad.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, going so then what happened with your dad going into the Green Beret? Did what? They not let him.
When he was
pass
just kind of
selection?
old, like, I mean, here's the thing: if you show up to do a job like that, and you can, he's in shape. Don't get me wrong, but at 48, how many years you got left?
You're not 22,
right? Like, you better be really like showing up. So I'm pretty sure that whoever he didn't get selected. They're
And
probably just like
so while he was
like, you're good, but if you're 48, you better be like winning every fucking thing.
while he was trying to get in, you were as well.
Yeah, so he had joined, and then a couple years later I joined and whatever. And I was a support guy for a long time though, and
support guy means what? For like people at home that have no idea what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Not like on a team. So you have like admin guys and whatever, logistics. Like, I was an admin guy for like 10 years.
This is still SF or this is outside of that?
I was in group at like a support attached to group. So I've been in,
like a det is what?
Yeah, detachment.
SF being like special forces, by the way, because people at home have no idea.
I have no idea. I'm just nodding my head and pretending to know that I
know what you're talking about, most likely.
Hopefully context clues kind of built in there somehow.
George is just going,
yeah.
But
I mean, don't get me wrong. Everyone, does their job, man, and they're useful and needed. Like, whenever you get, good people that, got your back, and it's a collective effort, right?
Facts. I better get my paycheck on top, admin. You fucking pussies.
Really,
S1, get me paid.
But you're not letting lackeys on that S1 debt that goes to a special forces team.
What do you say? What?
Like, if there's I don't know how it works there, but if there's like an admin group that is assigned to SF, you're not putting the
shitty
bottom
ones.
performers
the not
into
good.
that group that goes
Yeah.
there.
Well, right. In a sense, there used to be like an interview process, at least at minimum, to be like support for anything like that, special operations, and something I kind of had to do. But even then, there's talent everywhere, I never knock anybody. That's where I came from, is like, I was just an admin dude who happened to be in really good shape, and I wanted something better. It was a goal I always had, right? So, I mean, and those dudes do work too. Like, I've got a guy who, like, anytime I message him for any type of administrative duty, he's just fucking on that shit, man. And that's got weight, right? Like, you want people to show up no matter what it is, that are accountable.
That's now, or that's why you were in?
I mean, that's now. Like,
and
which I'm still in the guard. That's why, I can't really
and so you
divulge everything.
And then then you did make the switch from admin to security.
So, I put in my packet or whatever.
Package.
Yeah.
Okay.
And went to selection.
Well, okay. Before we get more into that, boss, we got the game ready. Cool. All right, so we're about to play. Is it rate the movie?
Rate the tits.
Rate the tits.
Huh?
I like to
rate the tits.
Oh, we're actually obviously with us 3 being veterans of the street for you, my brother.
Oh man,
strip
we're gonna
veteran.
be Bazo,
Riverbend specifically.
Riverbend, you ran that shit.
Yeah.
I probably haven't even seen these movies run.
Yeah. So we're gonna rate them on accuracy, and then just rate them as an overall movie.
Oh,
I don't watch movies.
They're gonna be all military.
You got
movies.
clips, or is it just the name?
I think it's just gonna be just the name. So
who knows what it'll be in the final version of the podcast? It could just be the reaction.
Who knows?
All right, this
we're about
one,
to look
first
at.
one, Major Pain. That's a classic.
Well, I mean, it's a comedy, so it doesn't have to be accurate.
So what would you rate on accuracy 1 to 10 as just accurate? Because really, it shows.
I haven't seen that since I was like 6 years old.
Same. That was my worry.
But we'll
about
go
it.
with the 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna say a 4 out of 10 as
You
accuracy.
didn't meet a guy like that was a
No,
fucking total psychopath. That just,
there's always like
it's just too comic for
a black
me.
dude with a gold tooth.
My chief drill instructor, like of the battalion in boot camp.
Right.
Gold, and I have
I think it's part of the packet. Like,
we
gotta have one black dude with one gold tooth.
Teardrop tattoo.
and he's so funny. He's so
and
funny.
they can sing really good.
Fucking you up.
right?
Fucking doing cadences while you're walking.
Y'all were in my head, son.
No, I had him.
Because dude, I'm telling you, his cadences were beautiful. Low rider, low rider, low.
Like, damn, I actually kind of like this. Shit.
I was in that
Saying it
bitch.
while you go to sleep.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me shit, boy. But yeah, I don't know. But a good movie. I rated a 3.5.
I mean, it's a classic, so you can't hate too much.
1 out of 5. What do you rate it as far as just the movie wise?
Oh, I give it a 4 at least.
Oh,
I'll say
Major
4.
pain, dude.
I say 3.5 just because I want to save him for the. I don't know what else we got.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say 10 out of 10.
10 out of
I
10
love
movie?
that. I love for accuracy and quality.
All
10 out of
right,
10.
what do we got next?
Given George's military experience.
Classic,
Jarhead.
bro. It's a hood classic, dude.
That's a good one. That's
It's a
pretty
good one.
accurate, like the time frame that was going
Oh,
on.
especially how like it wasn't as.
These are all Marine movies, by the way.
Oh well, no, we'll have more. We'll
It's
have
almost
more.
like there's a weird
There's no
bias on
National
this.
Guard movies. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, this is kind of biased.
We can't play Pearl Harbor in here. Hopefully coming up, man.
I'm banging on him today, boy. I'm banging on him today,
Oh,
boy.
damn.
Let me go ahead and put this right.
What
here.
up, blood?
So,
Okay.
but anyways, accuracy.
I'll
Well,
give it,
so
a,
was
I'll give
a
it
ve-
an 8.5. On
Yeah,
accuracy.
I'll say 7. But yeah,
What was the biggest deviation from real life in that movie?
The only thing is, I just don't know at that time what it was because it was like very early on before it was like as like kicking doors in. So it's very like I don't know. I just don't know.
I'd say the conditions were pretty accurate.
Yeah,
what
you know
those
what I'm
guys
saying?
Dealt with.
It
yeah.
was like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only thing is just, I don't know. But the boot camp thing, the uniforms were on point. So for sure,
That's something that is fucked up in so many military movies.
you know they do it on purpose
Yeah.
sometimes 'cause they don't want to cut the check.
bro. But I
Oh,
look
like
at
a
'em,
legal thing, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
and you'll see people have like badges that should be down, or like medals down here on their collar devices or
Yeah.
something in movies,
Yeah.
and I'm just
Yeah.
like, it's 1% of the population, I guess.
Anyway,
that-
okay.
Yeah. Well, my uniform's always fucked up, anyways, too. So
Perfect.
accuracy and fucking accuracy and rating overall.
Oh,
I've never seen the movie. 10 out of 10.
you've never seen the movie? 10 out of 10 on both.
Wow. I know what we're doing later. Obviously, I haven't seen that since it came out, I'm sure. So
Such a good movie, bro. This is
that
almost
is a good one. Yeah.
This is a 9 as far as accuracy. Yeah, I guess I'd say 9, and then like a 4 is like far as how good it is, dude.
What?
1 out of 5 is the just that way we know the difference.
Oh, I'm just
so
doing-
it's
I
10
know.
scale,
10
10
out of-
scale on accuracy, 5 scale
5
on
on just you give 5 stars movie
yeah.
type
okay,
shit.
okay.
Really good movie. I mean,
Great
I give it 5 stars on like being a movie. Accuracy, we'll go with about a 6.5.
Okay. Well, what do you?
I mean, the background and story. I mean, but it's not made. Some of these movies, it's like they're made to capture your emotions.
Oh, for
really.
sure.
Not
I
as
actually-
far
it's
as
never
like,
it's
you know.
never as.
I actually think
yeah.
they're made to softly condition the public into thinking these things really happened. You think about the war in Iraq, you think about what has most of the public seen, either the news or the very popular blockbuster movie, that softly conditions that were there for the right reasons. These are
Oh,
American.
you're giving like conspiracy, like
Yeah.
like
I mean,
war is good.
Hollywood
It's a psyop
controls.
operation.
It's
yeah.
absolutely a psyop. Well, I ain't going to go too deep. Hollywood controls what we know about
Yeah,
that
don't
war.
go
over
don't
there.
go too deep, dude. Where's
All
yeah.
these
Not get
movies
too
we're
deep.
seeing are produced to put an image
For
on
sure.
here.
So what do you rate it then? You bastard.
Off the numbers, Chris Kyle is one of the greatest American shooters of all time. So
Rest in peace.
that's RIP to him. I think
awful way to die.
very
too.
dope. Yeah, he was probably killed by the CIA, but whatever. Yeah, I think it's a great movie. I've never seen it, so here we go.
Okay,
10,
next.
10 out of 10 for both.
Never seen it. Oh, this is a 5, brother.
No,
Yeah.
10 out of 10 on both
Love
of them,
it.
too.
I'm gonna say
10 and 5.
I'm gonna say 10.
You know,
and
there's
5.
like so many hidden like messages in this
bro,
movie.
dude, yeah,
yeah.
mad,
Yeah.
dude. It's
Where
a
he gives
great
the
one.
speech at the Washington Monument. That is just
Can
like
they see what we're looking at? here?
yeah.
Okay.
It'll be
It'll
on
be
here.
popped up
Because if
here.
not, they'll just be very confused. I feel like,
Like,
just be
well,
us rambling.
I wonder
Yeah.
what they're looking at.
I'm not good with technology.
Who directed this movie, man? He
Oh,
deserves
Mel
to get his
Gibson.
dick sucked, boy.
Mel Gibson.
It's not Mel Gibson.
No, there was no like radical Christian take to it. But yeah, no, the way that it started in retrospect told the story, but flashed to real time and then ended as a like active, like watching it in real time. Oh, you gave me AIDS and you're gonna die, and our son will be parentless soon.
Man,
I was like
awesome.
waiting for
what a
his.
script, dude. It's crazy.
Did
Yeah.
he direct this?
I don't know. Honestly, fucking, you can have trust.
That's
in
just
God.
a time-
Bonzo, real quick,
timeless
you tell us
movie,
who
man.
directed
Yeah.
this. I want to know bad right now.
Do you? Does it have it on there?
Glorious Bastards.
Love it.
I don't know about accuracy.
Yeah.
But
I'd say
it's a good movie.
one.
I wish it
One
was
on
accurate.
accuracy.
Those dudes were
Probably.
gangster.
That'd be mad.
Man.
That'd be mad.
The Bear Jew.
Yeah. Buongiorno.
Let's not get canceled. We don't say the J word.
Yes. The Bear Hebrew.
Yeah, I guess the accuracy like fucking
They
2.
rule and control the media. All right, next one.
Yo, 10
Good
out of
movie,
10 on
though.
both, man.
10 out of 10 for both. Shaving Ryan's privates.
Come on,
classic.
man.
Boy, sorry.
You brought this up off his
His browser.
favorited out of his Safari browser. Shaving
you
Ryan's privates.
That's
Save
a
it,
that's a
Private
gay
Ryan.
porno flick, brother. I don't know, dude. I don't remember this movie. I haven't seen it in a
I
long time.
actually like the movie for
It's I think it's a good movie,
that's
right?
one of
It's
the
a
best
classic?
movies of all time, man.
How accurate would you say it is?
Accuracy? I mean, that era of tactics is pretty easy to like mirror. So I mean,
this
it's
Gulf
pretty
War?
accurate.
This is Gulf War?
Go for
Gulf War?
Gulf War?
No, this is
Saving
World,
no, it's World War
it's
II.
World War II.
World War II? Okay. This
You
is
never seen it?
no.
What did they really do that though? Like, would they like if like the brothers were in the same like war? Would they go out of their way just to go save one?
I mean, who knows? Maybe back then it probably.
the
I would
brothers
say
wouldn't
that.
make that decision though. Just like now,
Right. Well, I mean-
top brass would make the decision and they would calculate worth or not worth. I don't think it would be like we will clearly take a huge loss to save this one guy when you could not take the huge loss maybe.
Yeah. I think, God, that's fucking
But I'm
crazy
not
to
top
think
brass
about.
also, so I have no fucking
I
clue.
mean,
what
you
I'm
never
talking
know,
about.
and a lot of things happen that people don't know too. So,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you know,
So, what are we doing for accuracy?
No, 10 out of 10 on both.
this dude's just
All right, next.
diamond everything. up
George
there.
loves military movies.
Oh no, I'm
Full
not.
best-
jacket, dude.
One,
Oh,
one,
God.
one of the best boot camp scenes, I think, as far as like really
Oh,
captures it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Well, besides killing the drill
The first
instructor.
half of the movie is perfect. The boot camp up to there,
Bro, yeah.
I've watched it 20 times.
really.
It's
But
very.
after that, maybe
Tell me
two.
about it. What happens?
Have you seen this?
Yeah, once.
Okay. Yeah, basically they take all these shitheads and go to boot camp. And there's
Yeah,
this one, the psycho in boot camp that never sleeps and he just has that far off look in his eye.
Yeah.
The drill sergeant keeps fucking with him and like makes him choke himself with his own hand. And then he fucking absolutely loses it and,
And he
kills
gets 100% VA. Oh no!
he kills the instructor in cold blood. Yeah. So
Oh, that's right.
And then he shoots
Did he smoke
himself.
himself in the shitter?
Yeah.
yeah. And but then the rest of the movie is like the characters that they barely mention for the first 40 minutes now have like an hour and 20 minutes to make their time shine.
But yeah, so I think you know what? And I don't remember anything past the boot camp scene. I think I always stopped watching after the boot camp scene.
I remember one part. I don't know why specifically that the dude with the glasses, the guy that's like taking pictures and shit.
Yeah.
He pulls
Squints.
up, Squints. He's at like a cafe or some shit. And he pulls up like a little bike or some shit, a little motorcycle,
Does it blow up?
something like
some
that.
baddie pulls up.
Something happens and like
Oh no, that's
yeah.
in like Taiwan though, right?
Yeah,
He's like
yeah,
getting
yeah.
hookers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go over. No, they get to Vietnam and they fucking fall in love with that sideways pussy, and they just. I don't know if Asian pussy is really sideways. I've heard that.
I'm reading a book about Vietnam right now.
About
dude.
sideways.
No,
I was gonna say that too.
I don't.
I'm reading a sideways
I
pussy
ain't
novel
reading
right
it.
now. I'll have a
Reading,
report
brother?
for you.
I need pictures on that shit. At least pictures, man. Preferably a video.
Yo, where
brother.
did that come from, man? Because I remember hearing that shit like back in like middle school and shit. Like,
Juicy J had a song where he
This is
said,
not. Did you see? Did not go on
he
sideways
said, I
pussy?
just want to Asian bitch that pussy really sideways.
If Juicy J made that up and just
Oh.
led my whole childhood to believe
He
that,
did.
dude, that is fucking crazy.
That's culture for you.
God, yo, shout out
Juicy
Juicy
J's the
J,
fucking
man.
goat, dude.
Actually, it happened because you would, whenever the GIs
Thank you, because
would
I was
hook
trying
up,
to believe Juicy J.
I'm telling the
when the
truth.
GIs would hook up with the lady boys, they would always have to have them sideways to hide their. I just made that up, but if,
That made sense.
That made sense though.
Bro, that makes so much
Shout out
sense.
lady boys, by the way. They're more feminine than most
Bro.
women I know.
Dude, that makes so much fucking
That
sense.
pussy really sideways. What if Juicy J was making a Vietnam reference to this?
No,
now?
stop. Enough.
Sideways perception
We don't want to get too deep into the
into the sideways.
Oh, but,
we have another-
10 out of 10 for both.
We have Asian viewers
Yeah.
and we love you guys.
we have one more. We have one more movie.
Oh, Black Hawk Down.
I heard fuck, I haven't seen it so
man,
long.
that's the goat.
I remember
movie,
being
man.
very accurate
Yeah.
though, right? As far as like combat at
It's
the time.
pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember
This
that.
is my safety. That's the best line in any fucking military movie.
Actually, I have
But redneck retards walk around and say stuff like that and
Yeah.
actually shoot themselves in the leg.
yeah, but
Correct.
no, but
This
we
is
know
true.
when we're trained and like
Yes,
more.
yeah,
This movie is called 10,000 ADs on the range. Like fucking,
I'm good, brother.
Hey,
This is my safety.
dude, you ever see Black Hawk Down? This is they're just
Tucks
sitting
in
there.
his waistband, just blows out his
fucking 9mm
hamstring.
circumcision.
Yo, but I will say, dude, like military movies and like any kind of like war movie, I fuck with a lot, and like some like Western type shits, just little like action, like a lot. Steven Seagal, man, probably the fucking,
man, go fuck
Man, you heard
himself,
that Steven
dude.
Seagal track, dude?
he has a song.
Yeah.
No, I have not.
He has a
Man,
song?
we gotta pull that up.
I was like,
Oh,
can we get Steven Seagal?
I'm finna drop a diss track if he's trying to get
It's a
active.
reggae song.
It's a reggae song.
Yeah.
What the?
You haven't seen that?
I haven't.
Dude, it's hilarious.
He's an alpha male, so I do believe that he would just bust into the scene with an idea that would shock everyone.
I think Steven Seagal's a pussy.
He's a fraud, a pussy. His black belts
Dude.
are fake. And
He's like that dude from Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh,
You know, the karate guy,
You
but-
want to take a roundhouse with these bad boys?
Yeah.
Oh, Rex Kwon Do.
Yeah, Rex Kwon Do. That's like Steven Seagal.
he
in real
invented
life.
that. Yeah.
No, but
mad.
I don't know, man. I just like watching those cheesy movies and just like laughing at it, even though it's not supposed to be like.
Papa.
Aljamain Sterling would eliminate him in 30
Oh, so
seconds.
Rob Van
Facts.
Dam. Rob Van Dam. You think?
Oh no,
he's-
Robin, he's his eye. Well,
Oh shit.
Papa, you're out. You really.
Dude, my man made a reggae song. That's how you know he's fake.
Yeah, I mean, why that?
Do you mind if I listen to Steven Seagal right now, dude?
Oh, that shit kind of hard.
Hold on.
I think
Guan Guan, rude boy.
like going for that.
Yeah,
Oh, was it the verse?
hook is retarded.
That's just a hook. I thought this was Steven. This my boy Steven?
Oh,
Okay. How old was he when he put this out?
oh, he looked young right there, man.
It's like 95 or something.
Okay,
I don't
turn it
know.
off. Then we'll be dancing all fucking
That's
day.
hard. That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay,
Come
God.
banging on the sofa.
Wasn't me.
He's the feature on that song. That's actually him.
You know that dude was a Marine. Shaggy?
No way.
That dude, you don't know that?
No.
Shaggy, the guy the person that sings, it wasn't me. Na 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 na. It wasn't me. Na 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 na. Was he was a Marine, bro.
Raw.
Yeah, Semper Fi,
Semper
brother.
Fi.
There's his picture.
Yeah, my boy Shags, dog. Guan Guan, rude boy. So SF, man,
It was him.
talk to me about initially getting in, doing that switch. What made you want to do it? And yeah,
Man,
after 10
honestly,
years of-
like, I guess I was such a shitty person my whole life. I need some kind of validation to make me
What do you
feel
mean? How
credible.
criminal wise or just
I mean, just,
Everyday decision.
yeah. I mean, whatever. But I just feel like, did some things in the past not happy of. So I'm like, oh, maybe I can kind of clean it up a little bit,
Right.
Which the whole like, Army SF thing's not really what completely identifies me, as a whole. Like, I mean, I'm a dude, I'm just like
yeah, because you don't want to be
going
one
through
of,
life, man. Like,
you can be one of those just wearing your fucking skeevy shirts and combat boots on civilian wear. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's
Y'all
your
see that
personality
too. Like they
Oh,
have
hell
no.
yeah.
They get. I mean, I've gotten out. The people keep that as that's their only identity, and then
Yeah.
they get out. Their family doesn't look at them the same way. They
Yeah.
don't have that like ego boost, and they got to refigure it out.
Yeah, because it's
'Cause
crazy.
that's all they were in. They never made it
Yeah.
anything else. This is me.
That's
Which
like-
I've
that
been in
was
the
a peak.
guard too, so it's been like a part-time thing mostly, for all these years. So it's
Not your main story.
it's been a pleasure, but it also gives me like a platform to kind of like motivate other people to, hey, even if like you're whatever you are in life, there's a path to like do something a little better. Give you some skills, give you some whatever to do something else.
It's the best part about the military. It's like
Yeah.
a socioeconomic tool to move people from lower classes into at least middle class.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you go to college, like, dude, they got health insurance, like all that stuff. Like,
I was this actually whatever the privileges of war. I was reading how like he's talking about like one of like it's like a college dropout, very similar to you, bro. College dropout, and then like now he whatever enlisted officer, da da da. But whatever in the book, just emphasize of like him like being like bro, this was like somebody that was supposed to fail or somebody that like if you're not gonna get high school, where
Yeah.
are you gonna go? And like you're doing this, and I look at you, I think the exact same way. 'Cause I feel
Yeah.
like automatically you get the high school dropout thing. It's like
dude, I
very-
come from nothing, bro.
very, like
nothing. And, and I've been fortunate enough to like have mentors around me in that arena too, to like help me like make it through life and kind
Military
of navigate.
arena?
Yeah. And, and if it wasn't for these individuals, like, dude, I would definitely be dead or in prison. Like,
You got
100%.
specific names you would say? Shout out them.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Perfect.
I appreciate that.
So
Just
other-
to- I mean,
But,
I feel the
it's
same way
cool.
about a few
Yeah, yeah,
people.
yeah.
Like I would
But-
not have made it through even the military had they
Yeah.
not taken the time to say, "Hey, I'm going to spend my time I don't have to on you."
well, I'm sure like I would have to like ask them before,
Yes,
drop their name on a podcast.
But were you gonna?
Oh no, I just like whenever you were saying something earlier. So have you been in different branches of the military?
No, just been
the
the Army
Guard?
National Guard, man. Yeah. And,
So it's the Army National Guard.
yeah,
Like, there's
yeah.
not-
It's
there's like
Army.
two-
Yeah. So
Okay.
I just call it the Guard because I'm, kind of,
Accustomed to it, I guess.
yeah.
So like, is it two separate branches, or is it just like
it's the same
one?
branch. It's just that like you got the Army, you got the National Guard, and you got the reserves. So technically, like the National Guard, you're like part of the state, right?
That's what I was about to say. The
So
biggest
each
distinction.
state has a National Guard, which like the group I'm in, it's all over Florida, Alabama. There's like several states. The reserves are just like you're in the Army, regular Army. You're like a federal asset, essentially, I guess. And then the National Guard, you are a state asset, but you can also be utilized in deployments. That's why you get on orders for whatever combat, zone and all that.
Right.
So, because they're all trained, any reserve or guard guy, they all go to the same training, have the same qualifications, the same schools, and they're just kind of like, all right, let me know when you need me. So
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I always thought there was like two separate like branches. Like the Army was one thing, and then the National Guard was like another.
I mean, I guess it is a different branch per se.
But it's like how the Marines are like a offshoot of the Navy.
Yeah.
They're like they wish
The
they,
men's department.
Yeah,
they wish they could be
Thank
the
you.
Navy. Yeah.
Because I thought it was I thought like whenever people say National Guard, like that
Yeah.
was the Army's reserves.
It's Department of the Army, I think.
Yeah, so
And
I didn't know. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
like I thought it was Army, and then like Army Reserves is their National Guard. I thought like that was National
Well,
Guard.
there's reserves for the Army. They're like federal. So it's like, whatever. And then you have.
It's like reserves,
but
like how
Guard
flight-
is the state. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are. But they still get like some funding from from federal, from big Army and all that stuff. And then there's just a weird gray area.
It's like if there was a riot in Atlanta, they would mobilize the Georgia
Yeah.
National Guard.
Yeah, for sure.
If there was a riot in Topeka, Kansas, you would not be
Kansas.
mobilized. You could
Yeah.
be mobilized, maybe depending on the unit you're in,
Right,
but
right.
most likely not.
No, but yeah. So you that's what you hear about. Oh, the National Guard deployed to wherever you. Da.
Yeah.
That means bad.
So like natural
very bad.
disasters and stuff like Katrina, like whenever
Yep.
that stuff happened, National Guard.
When
man.
you need
For sure, yeah.
the state needs extra hands to do shit in the state, and shit is bad.
okay.
Okay,
Real
but
bad.
so going into SF,
Yeah.
SF training and all that. How was that process?
I mean, it's a good time. Yeah, no. I mean, I was there for quite a bit. I recycled a few phases. I got injured, had to get surgery.
Oh damn! What happened?
I tore my ACL meniscus. Yeah.
I think, what does that feel like? I think my shit might be torn right now.
It fucking hurts.
Right, it hurts.
Well, I tried to just continue without like getting treatment.
As one does.
Yeah, as
You
a
know.
man, as my
Right,
toxic
yep.
masculinity
As a
will
man,
do.
why are you
Yeah,
going to complain
be a
about
man,
a torn
right?
Yeah,
ACL?
be a fucking man.
And I was like on this ruck, and I was like fucking dead last.
The
And
actual
like,
physical limitations of having
Yeah,
a
I
torn
got like
ACL.
100 pounds on my back, and I'm like, all right, I think I need to tell them about this.
Yeah.
And I
Regardless-
knew it was fucked up.
Regardless how much testosterone you have, at this point your ACL is torn.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're
gone.
running.
And I also had like no ACL apparently. And then I also had a torn meniscus on top of that because I was still training with no ACL. And so yeah, anyways, got
Damn, so you
surgery.
I've had just a torn meniscus by itself, and it's debilitating. You can't
Yeah.
squat at all. No,
Yeah, it's like
bending
you
of
get
the
to a
knees.
certain point of flexion or extension, and it's just like bam, pain.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you guys are scary. I feel like I should go because I've been having like the awful pain, but
Can you squat?
it hurts really bad. And
I'll
I can
check it out
run, but
after
it
this.
hurts. I'm going to, dude. I'm gonna call the
Yeah.
VA fucking very shortly. Anyways, so then,
Service connected.
No, so like I guess like the mental like your mentality about it, like because I mean me personally, like I haven't been in the
Yes, by the way, service
in
connected.
any like in service or anything like that.
I'm a witness to that too.
I feel like I would probably just be like, yo, fuck it, dude. Take me out right now. Like,
Dude, and it's funny because like the older I get, the more I become like that. I'm like, damn, why am I fucking doing this? Like,
What do I
you
gotta
know,
prove anymore?
Like, yeah, it's like, dude, relax, you know. But you just get so conditioned to just doing things and kind of dealing with it that you're like, I know that I'm not gonna die. I'm not like my leg isn't broken. Everybody's in pain. Whatever, right? You still got a mission, right?
Not everybody comes to that conclusion, though. Most people think my leg is in pain. Now I'm special from everybody else. I'm going to go ahead and just tell them.
I will say that that's one thing that I feel like, I don't know, maybe specifically the Marine Corps, maybe the camaraderie, the brotherhood, whatever. They're like, yo, well, you just said everybody is
you suffer
pain.
together, man.
Like, bro, like you're not the
Special.
only. You ever wonder what these people to the left or right of you were doing? And the thing is, like, they probably have it worse. Like, they got kids. I don't have kids. They probably have a wife. I don't have a fucking wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have other things to do. Their mother might be fucking sick and dying.
How many times in the military have y'all heard, look to your left, look to your right, look in front, look behind
for
you?
sure.
I would say that shit.
I would too.
Yeah. At the end of that, like, after, like,
We're
whenever I
all
came
tired.
when I became the leader position, I'm like, bro, like, guess what, dude? Like, we're all doing the exact same
I mean, I'm still
fucking
gonna
thing.
complain.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
sure.
But I'm going to do the fucking job.
This is
100%
fucking
of the
stupid.
time.
My back hurts.
Yeah.
All
We
right,
could
y'all
do
ready?
the-
Yeah, I guess, dude. I don't know.
If we just did it this way, this would be completely unfucking necessary. Fuck them. Still doing it the whole time.
Yeah, you're always smarter than your leadership too. That's what everybody like. Man, this guy's a fucking idiot. Like,
And then when you're the leadership, you're like, fuck, I get it though. Because I'm not doing this. I'm like, and the much as you want to tell them,
am I
I'm
that
not-
same guy?
I'm like, I'm not doing this because I don't want to, but like, bro, they
I just
got
can't tell y'all motherfuckers. We got to do this
Yeah, we
shit
have
this way
just
or I'm
listen.
fired.
Yeah. What a fucking toxic leadership, right?
I mean, it's pretty terrible.
But I ain't gonna lie, I was the same dickhead though. I was in there breaking their fucking fans
These
and beating
goddamn
the shit out
idiots
of
won't
them.
listen to you
Oh, wow.
unless you're like that.
no, but I think
You're trying to be nice though.
There's other ways.
I think-
I'm like a little bitch ass private talking to me. I'm gonna drown you in the fucking tub.
You've been
as
here
you
for-
scrub, bitch.
You've been here for 6 fucking months. Just run till I'm
You
tired.
gonna tell me?
Run
I
till
done
I'm
been
tired.
overseas. I got my fucking pay, bitch.
I mean, not to go that far,
Sorry,
but I think it's
sorry.
just
Hey, man,
upper
it's all right, brother.
I
Calm
think
down, man.
I think it's just upper management in general though, because like
Yeah,
I mean, like you being in an upper position, like you got to do whatever the fuck the person above you tells you to do, whether they like it or not. But like, I mean, maybe not go that far.
And
You know
you
what I
already
mean?
go.
you don't just drown
everyone
them.
always thinks they can do better than their boss.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
But
Yeah.
you can't. You
You
can't.
know.
You can't. Man, like that's
Some
the crazy
people
thing.
can. I was one of those people.
Yeah.
But no, man. But I know I love my Marines. But I feel like it's something you want to learn. As much not to get like whatever compare the two, you know what I mean, as far as like being a father and whatever, but it's something kind of you learn like how your father was. You just
Yeah.
know what you missed out on, what you didn't want to do. So I'm sure you're gonna do the same for your kids.
Yeah, man, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, you know,
How many do we have and how old are they, by the way?
yeah. So me and my wife, we have 2 kids, 3 and 9. He just had a birthday the other day. So
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Nash.
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 Like
shout out
Steve
Nash.
Hopefully he
Nash.
doesn't watch this.
Yeah, that'd
honestly-
be crazy.
Honestly, shame on you if he's
Internet. But yeah, so and it's like I'm starting to get a different perspective. You know, I'm like, man, I've still got a lot of go in me to do more cool shit. But I'm like, you know what, man, it's really, you know, at the end of the day, your kid doesn't really give a fuck. Like all he's gonna remember, you know, when he's, you know, older is like, was dad at practice?
Tom.
Was dad, you know, did he take me to school? Was whatever. He's not gonna care like how many cool qualifications you have and shit. He's not going to care about, you know, and money, whatever. Like,
Hollister shirts.
Yeah.
The kid doesn't fucking remember that.
yeah, dude. I mean,
It's the
look,
time.
and there's no like resume for being a good dad other than being a fucking good dad, right? So at the end of the day, like you just kind of got to be present most of the time. And a lot of these things like guys do in the military, you know, me included, it really fucking takes you away. So I'm kind of like towards the end, I'm like, you know, I got to, you know, show up more.
Well, and I feel like it's something a lot of people don't realize, even with just coming back on, and I'm not saying you even have to be in combat deployment, but like when you're just away and you come back and you're so used to being like, this person's not right in arm's distance, they're a text message away. I don't have to immediately, you know what I'm saying? So like, you're just used to being alone. And
Conditioning.
Conditioning
to be alone.
and you automatically just go back into like full swing of things. It's
right. It's back and forth.
so sometimes even when you're home, you're still never really home. You know?
Yeah. Or, you know, and also like, whenever you're gone a lot too, for like with your family, there's like an emotional aspect or like an attachment thing. Like my kids, like my older son, Nash, he's 9. So we have a different relationship than my 3-year-old because like
of course.
his few years, I kind of been around a little bit more.
Yeah.
Whereas like Nash, I was kind of gone a little bit more. So like we have a different relationship than him. And, in hindsight, I'm like, damn, like, was it worth it? Like, I stopped doing college to go do this Green Beret shit. I missed out on these opportunities to do this, whatever. But then also, I wouldn't have this skill set or mindset, and I'd be able to, because at the end of the day, like, why do you really do the things you do in life? Like, what's your goal?
Good question.
Like, and for me, it's, I want to develop my family, my community, those around me. So like, I adopt these skill sets to be able to pass them on. Like whenever, my kid's like, I want to join the Army. I'm like, you don't have to. I already did that for you. Like I'll teach you whatever you fucking need to know.
You can actually go to
You know what I
college.
mean?
You don't have to do this
as long
bullshit.
as you're a fucking man, I'll teach you how to shoot, move, and communicate. I got that. I'll teach you how to do first aid, and you'll have the knowledge you need because I figured it out. You can go do this other stuff. And if like America actually fucking needs you at some point,
You can shoot,
we'll roll out.
communicate.
We're good.
God
So,
damn, that was
God,
gave me
that give me-
goosebumps.
yeah,
That
for real.
was
Give me
goosebumps.
cold chills, dude.
Holy
Inspired.
fuck.
I want to have a son now.
Oh, God.
To anybody watching this that is,
you might already have one.
No, you might.
God, that was
1.5 kids.
oh man.
No, but that's
Sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together, boy.
No, but like I guess just
that was
like
good.
Well, the thing is, at the end of the day, right? Like, look what's going on right now in the world. Okay,
Maui just got fucking hit by a fucking laser beam.
There's
allegedly.
aliens.
Man.
How about there's aliens?
you get to the point where government's going to do what governments do. I'm not going to say a whole lot,
They're
but
supposed to be the voice of the people. I
You
thought that
know-
was us.
Which imagine for people that are not, but people that don't know, my boy, Army, still active duty veteran, whatever, Navy veteran, Marine Corps veteran, like bro, like the three, like it's just out of could you pick it out?
And Griffin.
Oh, in the streets
Griffin,
veteran.
strip club veteran over here, baby.
So I don't know. I guess it's just so diverse. The people that going in everything they do. You know what I'm saying?
You said government going to do what government going to do. I know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
If you look at the history of world governments, how many of them have turned on their own people and committed a genocide? The percentage is way higher than you would suspect.
What?
I had a further point. I don't know what it is. I got drunk.
It's all right.
Okay.
We're,
Be scared of the
we're probably
government, by
about
the
to
way.
rabbit hole too hard anyway. So
Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah.
That's actually
So,
true.
all right, and then
Yeah.
SF training. Then tell me, like, how was getting to? Do you guys call them battalions or what do you guys?
And we got
your units?
groups, battalions, companies, all that stuff. So
Squads.
there's like,
Different layers of classification.
yeah, there's layers.
How was physically? How was the training or like the initial process?
I mean, you got your selection process. It's really for like in the army in general, just like Marine Corps, it's a lot of rucksack shit. You're just walking, carrying your stuff,
Yeah,
whatever.
No one gives a fuck. What are you running?
Patrol
Fucking
base,
PT gear,
all
you know
that.
what I mean?
Can you do it for 3 years?
Yeah,
Straight.
I'm like, bro, you're not gonna be in tennis shoes and shorts. Like, put your boots on. You know.
And
for real.
like for like SF and most other special operations, people don't realize like there's actually like an intellect aspect to it. You have to be really fucking smart. And I had a pretty hard time because like I've got a fucking GED, right? I had to teach myself, and I'm a medic. So like in a SF medic, it's like one of the more academically
So
challenging.
when you went into
The most
SF,
challenges.
you went to SF though. You went
Yeah.
to medic.
yeah,
medic SF?
yeah.
Okay.
So like no shit, dude. I had to reteach myself like long division. Cause I mean, I'm an adult and I couldn't remember how to do that. And I don't remember if I learned it when I was a kid because I was such a shitbag kid,
Yeah.
right? I dropped out, didn't care. And it was like I had like a medical math test. I got like a 30 on it, and I'm
Out
like,
of
fuck,
100, brother?
Cutoff is probably like an 85.
yeah. So luckily there was a retest. We're in the military, right? So
let's go.
I've had a few of them, though.
Yeah.
I know what I don't know now. Let me figure this out.
Thank God for retests.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
All right, but so I got like a 30, and then we had a Thanksgiving break, and I got a retest, and it was like my wife helped me and like taught me fucking helped me learn how to do like
Shout
long
out her.
division.
Yeah, shout out to
So
her.
it was like shout out, dude. My wife's a fucking
Shout
gangster.
out,
dude.
gangster,
Shout out.
gangster,
Yeah.
gang. Shout out to
Military
gang.
spouse is the hardest job in the military.
Oh God, bro. Oh God.
They should get to use the parking spots.
Yeah, I'll salute you. I'll salute you, man.
Fucking, but yeah. So like we had Thanksgiving break, and like we like studied. I taught myself. She helped me out, learn how to do math again. They got 100 when I got back, right? So they're like
100?
Yeah,
You
so
were
they're-
at 30 originally. You moved to a 100.
and it wasn't like complicated math, but they're like, "Hey, who's the fucking guy that got a 30 and 100?" They're like, "That's a first, man. Good job."
Most people with 30, 45.
This one for number 4, he just drew a drawing of a giraffe, and like
Yeah.
that's not.
We'll give you that one. It's a good drawing.
Yeah.
They're probably not too concerned about math anyway. So
Yeah.
30 on the first one, they're probably thinking like, this guy has no chance.
Yeah,
You come
he's
back
not
with
making it.
You come
Like,
back with 100,
yeah.
they're like, okay, yeah, it's our guy.
It's all been just a huge experience. Like, I've done it for myself, really. Like, I just want to kind of do things, right? Just like, just do these things. But yeah, man, the course was cool. Academically, it was tough. Physically, pretty tough. But I mean, you stay in shape. It's just if that's part of your life, that's what you fucking do, right?
What would you say was harder, physically or mentally?
I would definitely say the academic part of like being a SF medic.
Academic
for
and
me.
mentally are different though, because when you
Yeah,
say
'cause
physically and mentally,
Yeah.
like
mentally
spirit.
actually takes physically. I think mentally is like an umbrella over physically, but then academically, that's
It's a whole
that's
different-
actually the learning the
Yeah.
specific
Right.
formulas
Well,
and numbers.
there's just so many things you got to learn there too,
Yes.
and like you got to learn a language, you got to fucking like all these things.
Of
So
wherever you're going, or
yeah, so each group has their own like area they work in, and there's a language assigned to them. Usually, like for us, our languages are like Arabic, French, and Spanish.
Michi. You remember that one?
Yeah,
Michi.
and so
That means go away for people that don't.
so don't test me on my language.
So what you
skills,
tell the
but,
guys trying to sell you watches.
So you
I
know
just-
you know multiple languages then?
just French, and, yeah, English, partly English.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But, yeah. No, so yeah, you got to learn a language. You have to, there's a test, like, there's so many fucking tests, man, like written, in person, whatever.
God, I feel like people like get like in the military. I don't have to do no tests. I just shoot shit. But you're literally in a classroom in your booth.
a lot.
Staying
that-
awake.
literally.
If you
Death
can
by
fucking stay
PowerPoint.
awake, bro.
How many
You can
times
do
y'all had to
anything.
stand up and drink water just to stay awake during PowerPoints?
Bro, like, all the time.
You
dude.
literally have to stand up
I'm
and
telling
just
you.
drink water to not
And that's
sleep.
across the entire
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
DOD, dude.
Yes.
It's like everywhere.
There's
like,
a
if you
point
can
in
stay
time-
awake in a class, you'll be a general.
You'll kill it.
There's no like, dude, straight up, like this could be the most important class of my fucking life, and I'm just like,
Yes.
fuck.
Well, because you slept 2 hours because
Yeah.
they have put so much on you and they've made you wait.
Yeah.
The class is at 5:30 a.m. despite the fact that it could be at 8 a.m.
Easily.
But hey, you're not trimming off the fat if you do it at 8.
Yeah,
Anybody can be up at
and
8.
they say, oh, but no, you're doing this, and then we'll be off at like, like at 1300. You'll be like at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, 20
Why am I there at 1800 still? Why am I there at 6 fucking o'clock?
It's 23:30 and I'm at work. I gotta be up at 05:30.
Why am I scrubbing my fucking doorway so much, son?
And dude, the funny thing is, like the military is, there could be, everyone is an instructor and teacher, right? Everyone has to teach somebody something. Only about 20% motherfuckers are actually good at it. So like,
Bro,
are you gonna remember
dude,
it?
oh
Are
Maybe
you
less.
gonna really learn?
Maybe less.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
my
you know
god,
what I mean?
that's such a good point. 'Cause I've
Yeah.
had some homeboys go up there giving their classes and just, it's so bad. I'm
Man,
like,
what
bro,
just happened?
I hope nobody's under your care, brother, because that is
Yeah.
so bad.
Even though I'm in your class right now listening to what you're telling us, this ain't good.
and then the
Dude,
whole,
even me, I'm shooting from the hip, dude. Some days I'm like, damn, I don't remember how to teach this shit. Like, do I know what I'm talking
I remember
about? Like,
we were going to South Korea to train. I had to do like a fucking little hip pocket class
Yeah,
about
yeah.
like cold weather training. I'm like, I don't fucking know a goddamn thing.
you're on YouTube
about
or whatever. The
I'm
night
like-
before, yeah,
I'm just
it's all about presentation.
I was like Napoleon Dynamite, whenever he fought, there were 5,000 soldiers that died of hypothermia. Hey, control
Drink
this.
water.
Wake, get it stood up.
Yeah.
Make it
Change your
class.
socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Layer up.
So, but it's true though, because people do get very dehydrated in those times.
Hydration
But
is such a
because-
critical part
because
of health.
even though
Nobody
you realize
thinks, nobody
true,
thinks
man.
about drinking
That's why I'm
water. in the
drinking
cold.
water
when
right
it's
now,
cold,
brother.
Facts.
Yeah.
And he has been slamming water. I got here a little late. Honestly, he was already here drinking
Oh,
water.
and I got here a little bit later than he got here, and he was still drinking water.
even though I'm Kelvin. You got here later than me.
Yeah. I took Kelvin's.
You look a lot
lateness.
different in person.
Yeah, well, you know.
You sound a lot different too. Like Kelvin usually says like some.
You're a lot prettier.
Well,
That's
Just
no
kidding,
way.
Kelvin.
Kelvin is
Subjective.
way,
No,
Kelvin's
Kelvin-
way prettier.
yeah, I will say that.
I love
I
you,
will say
brother,
that.
but
if I'm a girl and I'm judging who the fuck based off looks alone, I'm
and
fucking
Kelvin?
Kelvin.
Yeah, for
that's-
sure.
That's
For
not
sure.
even hard.
so
He just
Josh-
takes care of his skin a whole lot more. You know, he moisturizes.
Yeah, I'm a chronic self mutilator. And back to Josh now.
So, Josh, tell me a little bit about. You said you're on the tail end of your career,
Yeah.
and I know you're doing other things outside of it, of course.
Yeah.
So you can tell us what you were doing right now, where people could reach you right now.
So
what is going on in the world of Josh Hoochie Father?
The name military.
Josh has just
Gucci
turned
Father
into a
Hollywood.
fucking human that's using the knowledge I know to.
By the way,
make,
nice AP, boy.
That's
Shit.
that's
shit.
a Rolex.
Whatever.
Oh,
Little bust
Rolex.
down.
But-
You switched it out, right? You said this
No
morning
big
you
deal.
switched out the AP for the Rolex.
Yeah, no big deal. No, but like, I mean, right now in life, man, I'm more focused on like, my family and like helping other people, fucking, just being a good human, trying to use the knowledge that I have in life to motivate other people to, be the best that they can be. Cause like looking back at, my whole fucking life, man, I came from a very, dangerous, violent,
Upbringing.
like, dude, this, and I became something better. Like
You
I've got
told me
a beautiful family,
You told me you
everything's
got hit
awesome.
in the face with a crowbar.
Oh,
You said it wasn't an
yeah.
accident.
No, I mean, I was like 10, man. This kid, his name's, we're going to say his name.
No,
Yeah,
put
say
it
his
out.
fucking name.
We'll
No.
find him. We'll find him and fuck
Yeah.
him up.
Fuck this
It's like,
kid.
like your kid, there's always like, the other side of the neighborhood, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck them. This,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And it was always me and this one kid would always be squared up, and he got me one day with a crowbar.
And just know
right
we're
here.
fucking looking for you, idiot.
Hey, and I got a fucking crowbar in my fucking trunk, you pussy.
I know your name.
That's because I don't know. Maybe we get a picture of the scar you have because it's a really
Oh,
big
and a
scar.
picture of the
a
kid.
picture of the kid so we could all fucking
Nah.
hunt him down at Target.
But so coming from this
Probably,
violent.
You're probably working at Target because
This
fucking
violent-
no
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
buddy.
Wait, hold on, no,
Fucking
Target.
piece of shit.
No, you work at Target. I fuck with you. I fuck with Target.
No, man.
Who works
Fuck
at
that
Target?
guy.
My boys that
the
save a
guy-
lot of
I
stuff.
think
They
the
got
guy
a
who chewed the
union.
crowbar.
They got a union. Target employees get paid nicely.
No, he maybe
Oh,
he,
they got a union?
he working at a gas station somewhere,
shit.
brother.
He's definitely gas station material.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
Anyway.
much 90% of people I grew up with work at a fucking 7-Eleven somewhere.
Oh,
You
so
know?
I put him up too high. I put him
Or
up.
not
You work
at
at
all.
a fucking gas station, you fucking pussy.
Okay.
Okay, shout out gas station workers.
Wait, all
damn
right.
it.
Stop.
Hey,
I'm trying to be serious right now.
You're a fucking garbage
Yeah, you're
man,
bad.
you fucking piece of shit.
No, garbage man is good too.
Damn it.
They make more than
You don't have
teachers.
a fucking job. You're a fucking homeless guy. You fucking
Thank you.
idiot.
Thank you. But there's some nice homeless people though.
All right, man.
I am one.
I'm gonna find you. I'm still gonna beat your ass, dude. All right.
Okay,
God.
I'm sorry.
Man, he might be a preacher right now. Dude,
Man,
you don't
fuck
even
that.
know, man.
I'm gonna beat your ass. Huh? The Lord. Huh? Y'all been to Southern Baptist? Y'all been around?
He'll be smitten.
He'll still get his ass dropped, man. He's a
Corinthians
fucking
17:45 says that the good Lord. Huh?
I got the crowbar. I'm gonna fight the devil. Can I get a hey man? I said, can I get a boom?
Across. Okay,
So-
we have went
All right.
deep.
Fuck. Well, I'm sorry.
Did you
Stop.
lose your question? What do you got?
No. I just wanted to say thank you guys for this wonderful. This is gonna be that's gonna be a reel. That's gonna be a
Fired
clip
up,
for
dude.
sure.
Fired
But
up.
with that upbringing,
Yeah.
getting smacked in the face with maybe a future preacher with
Yeah.
a crowbar,
Future preacher, yeah.
from
man.
doing that, and then now to where you are, to what
Yeah.
you are doing. That's just where you were going.
Yeah. I mean, where I'm going is, fuck, I don't know.
What are you doing now?
Yeah, right now.
You said you're on the tail end of the career. You want to be more with the family.
So,
Make up for the
lost time.
yes.
Yeah, man. I've been, pretty focused on myself, like a lot of people in the military. So I'm, getting back to the home front more. Looking forward to doing that. But yeah, like,
From an outsider's perspective, it feels like you're just growing. I do a podcast,
man.
Beauty and the Freak podcast. You've been talking to us about
yeah.
getting sponsorships on that podcast. We're still in negotiation. It just feels like you're doing a lot of stuff at the same exact time to just try to grow and
yeah, man.
make what's around you bigger than what it is
Yeah.
because of you.
I'm improving. I
Or-
want to improve myself and everybody else around me too. You
And-
know, like I want to be a beacon for like motivation.
It
And
takes
shit.
a lot
like,
to get there too, man.
Yeah.
Because it's
I
hard to
mean-
wake up in the morning for average, regular people.
Fuck
Not
yeah.
even- like it's hard to get up and get after it and to want to put that energy out around you. And that's what
Every time I
the
wake
vibe I get
up,
off you.
every
Yep.
time I wake up, I wish I didn't sometimes. So
Man, if I can look
Easy,
at
easy.
if I can look like you at 35, dude, fuck
no,
yeah.
but that ain't.
You can. That's the thing.
No.
I know,
here we
I
go.
know, I
Another
know.
one. Sorry to-
I know
That's
I
the
can,
thing.
but it, like,
You
that's
gotta
why-
want to.
So
man.
outside of the military and everything, what are we doing?
Man, I've got my peptide company.
Talk about it.
Yeah, so I sell peptides for research purposes only. Yeah, and you can hit me up at ambushpeptides.com
If you're into research.
if you're into
All the
research.
links and everything will be in the description.
Instagram, website, everything.
Yeah, I've got an Instagram, ambush_peptides, or you just go to my Instagram, Hoochie Father, whatever. But yeah, go to the website, promo code SOB20. I already made that. 20% off. Yeah, if you're into research.
Damn, I'm gonna go buy some right now, dude.
If you're into research, you got to research.
These are particularly effective products, but you do not for personal use, for research. If you're into research, these will be effective for whoever you're researching on.
Yeah, third-party tested, high-quality products.
And it is completely legal, 100% to test for research. That is true.
Hell yeah.
So the researchers watching this that want to see some subjects.
Yeah, so I guess I'm really kind of like in life, kind of trying to break the mold to improve people in whatever way I can. And, regardless of what the fucking man wants me to do it a certain way or society, like I really don't give a shit, Like people that know me personally, they know how I am and how I function and they love me and they know I fucking spread that shit too.
George loves you.
I mean,
We
straight
met
up,
like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I don't remember that at
And-
Felix's
oh,
house.
yeah, we all met. We all met.
Yeah, no, you made I don't know, man. The first time I met you, I was just like, oh, that's fucking Hollywood.
Well, here,
I never forgot about you.
A little
dude.
bit of context story. A mutual friend invited us to a friend's. Felix's birthday.
Felix
right?
Cordell.
Yeah, Felix is at my house. Yeah.
Started the studio.
I'll
I
be
worked
with him
at,
tonight,
started
probably.
Yeah.
The studio y'all worked
Yeah.
at.
I haven't seen Felix in a minute either.
So
He's out there grinding. Just
Oh,
working.
like shaking his ass on people.
Context.
I hope not.
Context.
Saw him yesterday.
A mutual friend had a
Shaking
birthday
ass on
party,
people, or
and that birthday party was at Josh's house, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
all met. But it was that was literally like 3 years ago.
Oh no, but we showed up hella like we weren't. I don't even think we were invited. Somebody got invited, and they're like, "Hey, pull up."
We all
He's
mentioned
just
that
like,
when
hey,
y'all
can-
got there. Like, who invited these fucking idiots?
I'm like, God, there's so many brown people in my house.
Hey, we're really fucking up the ratio here with this
but,
carload.
Dude, the one thing I did,
11 people got out of that car. It was weird. It was,
How is that shit is a Ford Focus, brother?
the one thing I do remember about that night specifically was Felix's wife fucking choking the fuck out of
and
Teddy.
Teddy.
And Teddy passed out.
That's right.
Yeah, Teddy
yeah.
fucking knocked the fuck out.
And I'm like, all right, it's time to go.
yeah,
Like,
I wasn't there.
I'm pretty sure that was a night I might have came downstairs and I'm like, all right.
Oh, I'll air this
What's going on
motherfucker
here?
out.
Bro, I remember we had like a whole conversation
Yeah,
about like
yeah, yeah.
everything. Like, I don't know if you remember that, man, but yeah.
Yeah,
for
to
sure.
a T, man. I fucking
There'll
elephant,
actually be a
dude.
transcript of that conversation above right here because of how well Josh remembers it
So-
and Adon.
Yeah.
One more. Yo, Eat the Freak, Ice City,
Hey,
bro.
yes,
Go ahead.
these tan hats right now, they're sold out and it says so on the website. But this black hat, this Eat the Freak t-shirt, you can get that on icityentertainment.com. 15% off when you use promo code SOB. And that'll be active for like the next 10 days after this podcast comes out. So one of these, 10% off on both of them.
Yo, DM Bazo specifically.
Can I cut the sleeves off?
Manny Bazo on Instagram. He
Of
has
course.
another 10%, so it'll be 25% off.
Boom.
So, Eek, honestly, I feel like we really raised the bar with the first sit-in host. So, I feel like the other ones is just gonna be.
I actually
'Cause I
saw
don't-
who y'all have next, and it's one of the most brilliant, motivated young ladies I ever met in my
Oh, she's
life.
beautiful. Tits
So-
like this, huh?
Yeah, I mean, look at them things.
Yeah. So,
You guys need me to come back on?
Maybe comes, but I will also be here to
I mean,
spectate.
we do. We have a couch.
Shout out Chastity Land, Flex
sure.
Pill Fitness.
you'll see her next week. But anyways, so thank you, Eek. I want to show you some love, Calvin.
Thank you,
Of
Eek.
course, even though he's sitting in your chair, he can never replace your heart.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying,
listen,
baby?
listen to Beauty and the Freak podcast.
Beauty and the
shout
Freak
out,
podcast. Eat the
everything.
Freak on
Eat the
Spotify,
Freak.
Apple Music, YouTube.
All of his links will be in the description.
If you need some drama and entertainment in your life, go to Eek the Freak's Facebook page, Edward Eaker.
Edward Eaker.
All right, but now,
hella controversial shit.
but Edward, you can fuck off, brother.
Yeah, I'm going to
'cause
go ahead and leave now, and
This,
y'all finish this podcast without me.
This episode,
Aren't you on house arrest?
Yeah, I got till 3:30 to be home before this thing starts beeping, and we got to hurry.
So, Josh, close us out, brother, man. Tell the people what you're doing, what you want them to know. Tell them why you think or why you wanted to come on the Stanley Only Voice podcast.
Hey, man, I came on this
shut it
thing
down.
just because I like what you guys are doing. I appreciate how you have like local businesses on, as much as you can. And I think it's very important that like, especially how the world's going, to like build a community around yourself. You got to network, you got to get to know people. local businesses, all that stuff. Like, I think it's very important, especially like Dalton, the size of city we have is like the perfect size. And we need to know our neighbors, man.
And they are the podcast that does that. Real talk.
Yeah, for real. And I mean, I just like what you guys do, man. You bring businesses on, everybody's promoted, everybody has a good time, have a few drinks, and that's what we need to do.
Water.
So I have water. And that's that's what a community is. And I'm all about building that, man. So yeah.
Thank you, Josh. It's beautiful, George.
I just want to thank Bazo for everything he does here. Manny Bazo does the world. He
shout out KDB Taskers 100 West Walnut Avenue.
As always, baby, it's that boy.